Eagles are some of the best hunters on the planet. When it's time for brunch, they don't play around. From up above, they strike at the speed of light, and so let's find out what they're capable of as we count down 15 best eagle attacks caught on camera. Number 15. Eagle attacks photographer. A Vancouver Island photographer was left with some cuts and scratches after a pair of eagles took a nosedive straight into her lap this week. Lisa Bell told CTV News she was visiting her friend just north of Qualicum Beach on Friday afternoon when she decided to snap some pictures in the yard. But as she focused her lens on two bald eagles she said were engaged in a mating ritual, the birds suddenly came crashing down to earth. It only took a split second, Bell said. The eagles entwined and proceeded to fall on me. When eagles are courting, they sometimes perform an act known as cartwheeling, where they lock talons and plummet towards the ground before separating at the last minute. In this case, Bell said that the birds of prey didn't quite manage to pull off the maneuver. It's about trust, she said. They're supposed to let go of each other in time before hitting the ground. In this case, they let go, but not in time. The eagles launched off moments later after landing on her lap, and their sharp claws left her with a number of small injuries, including a cut on her finger, 2 puncture wounds on her jaw, and scratches on her arm and chest. But Bell also managed to capture an incredible picture of the birds mid-flight, and for a nature lover like herself, it was more than worth it. "I've got war wounds now. I've got stories to tell my grandchildren," she said. It was phenomenal. One of our subscribers sent us this thumbnail. I don't know about you, but an eagle grabbing an alligator from the ground seems quite the feat, unless of course it's trickery. But the subscriber assured us it was real. What do you think? Do you think this bald eagle has enough oomph to grab this gator and fly away with such ease? Number 14. Eagle attacks wolf. As many of us are forced to work from home or are unable to work at all, more and more people are scouring the internet looking for distractions. These photos shared on social media show an adult bald-headed eagle and a wolf battling it out over carrion scraps left on the ground. You might think the wolf would have the advantage, at least on the ground, but that does not appear to be the case. A full-grown eagle's wingspan can exceed 7 feet, and their talons can grow larger than a man's hand. Typically, wolves grow to between 3 and 5 feet, and adult eagles learn to disable larger prey with a powerful strike directed at the back of the skull of larger mammals such as wolves, deer, and mountain goats. These images also show the eagle forcing the wolf to retreat and give up on the carrion meal. But we don't know what happened after the camera stopped recording. Number 13. Woman fights off eagle. A woman playing with her cockatoo has told of the horrifying moment she fought off an eagle, which swooped down and attacked her. Terrified, she turned around trying to avoid the eagle to the best of her abilities while she still had the cockatoo on her arm. She explained how she was outside having fun with her cockatoo, when out of the blue, an eagle came swooping down to attack her. It landed on her head and she was screaming and turning, desperately trying to get the eagle off of her. She was trying to get it off of her and it took a few seconds, but those seconds felt like a lifetime. She finally managed to scare the eagle who flew away. Nothing happened to her cockatoo, so in the all is well that ends well. Number 12. Golden eagle attacks deer. Nobody had ever documented a golden eagle killing a deer in this region. But Curley, who along with Jonathan Slott of Wildlife Conservation Society, published a report of the incident in the Journal of Raptor Research, knew what the massive birds, with wingspans up to 7 feet, were capable of. Named for the distinctive gold-colored feathers on the nape of its neck, the gold eagle can deploy up to 7 distinctive hunting techniques, each one corresponding to the size and speed of its prey. When attacking slow-flying birds, for instance, the golden eagle soars upward and then rapidly descends, literally knocking the birds out of the sky. If it's stalking large animals such as deer, it flies low to the ground, waiting for the right moment to strike with a sustained grip of its talons. Golden eagles typically prey upon small and medium-sized animals such as geese, rabbits, and reptiles. But its occasional attack on bigger animals, lambs, deer, and even juvenile brown bears, led ranchers in the United States to believe that the bird was depleting their livestock. Is the golden eagle really strong enough to grab a large deer like in the photo? I will leave that up to you to determine. Number 11. Eagle attacks paraglider. Britain's top female paraglider has cheated death after being attacked by a pair of screeching wild eagles while competition flying in Australia. Nikki Moss, 38, watched terrified as 2 huge birds began tearing into her parachute canopy. one becoming entangled in her lines and clawing at her head 8,200 feet in the air. She heard screeching behind her and an eagle flew down and attacked her, swooping down and bouncing into the side of her wing with its claws. Then another one appeared, and together they launched a sustained attack on her glider, tearing at the wing. The encounter happened while Moss, a member of the British paragliding team, was preparing for world titles this month at Manila in northern New South Wales state. One of the most giant-tailed eagles became wrapped in the canopy lines and slid down towards Moss, lashing at her face with its